I can explain. Really, I can. And all the details from inside the Star that we've presented here to you about the Amari Cooper trade, the contract, the injuries, the effort. I won't say quit, but I'll just say the effort. We've explained them in great detail. Sometimes to the unhappiness of you, the Cowboys Nation, is going, what are you ripping him for? I'm not ripping him. I'm just telling you what the Cowboys thought. All of which led to what I think history might say is the worst NFL trade of the year. And this might go down as one of the worst trades in Cowboy history. It might even go down as one of the worst trades in NFL history when you shop and compare. Mike Fisher reporting on the Cowboys from Frisco. I can explain the money. I can explain the did he quit. It doesn't mean I can explain away why trading Cooper and only netting a 5th-round pick is anything but the worst trade of this NFL offseason. First of all, Cooper had his detractors in the building. That's a fact. He's sometimes frustrated the coaching staff due to nagging injuries that kept him from practicing. But then came Sunday, and then during his 3 years in Dallas, ended up with 292 catches, 3,900 yards, and 27 receiving touchdowns. That is Pro Bowl stuff. And he is a perennial Pro Bowler, Amari. And his numbers compared just fine to the performances of peers like, I'm not saying he's exactly like, or I'm not saying he's exactly like Devontae Adams, he's not. Nor am I saying Hollywood Brown is exactly like him, he's not. But Adams, A.J. Brown, Tyreek Hill, Hollywood, and Amari all get dealt. And this guy got dealt for a 5th-round pick. Part of Dallas's error here was telegraphing its willingness to part with Cooper, even if that meant cutting him. They were very open about this. And while I appreciate it as a reporter, and you might even appreciate it because you like Cowboy information, straight dope, no bullsh, I think you might have also appreciated if the Cowboys could have just kept that a secret for a little bit longer. They did try to negotiate his contract down. Cooper declined. Amari guessed right that, no, somebody out there is going to want to pay me $20 million. And he was right. So in the end, Dallas is able to get only a 5th-round pick, then the swap of 6-rounders. So history is going to say that the Cowboys traded Amari for a 5th-round pick. Cleveland gets a 4-time Pro Bowler who's 27 years old for nothing. Now, the nothing is actually Matt Waletzko, the 6'8" North Dakota tackle, drafted in round 5. And I don't think it's unfair of Matt Waletzko to say he's probably not going to 4 Pro Bowls. Meanwhile, the Packers netted 1st and 2nd round picks for Adams. The Chiefs got a 1st and a 2nd round pick, 2 4ths and a 6th for Tyreek. The Titans got the 18th overall pick and a 3rd rounder for Hollywood. The Ravens got the 23rd pick overall. I'm sorry, for A.J. Brown. The Ravens got the 23rd pick for Hollywood Brown and then a 3rd rounder too. It stands to reason that had Dallas played this thing just a little closer to the vest and managed to have some patience, a Cooper trade gives the Cowboys something more than a 5th-round pick. In fairness, and I said it at the time, this isn't as simple as just saying, Amari's better than that. He's better than a 5th. It's not that simple. It's not even so simple as to say Amari's better than Hollywood, which he is. It's not as simple as saying Amari's better in Hollywood, so the Cowboys should have gotten a 1st-round pick. It's more complicated than that. I concede that. I hope you do too, because you're smart and you bring something to the table. There's issue of finance, timing, leverage. But even with all we know about how the team soured on Amari Cooper, his trade and those areas of finance, timing, leverage really means Dallas struck out on all 3. They struck out on finance, they struck out on timing, they struck out on leverage. And they end up on paper with what is the most lopsided trade of this season and likely one of the most lopsided trades in Dallas Cowboys history. Fish.